It is a huge, huge shock because Claudio Ranieri delivered the most unlikely title in Premier League history. And for the club to react in this way will be controversial. The vast majority of supporters that I've spoken to in Seville over the last couple of days have all been supportive of Ranieri. They said they wanted him to stay, albeit they had significant that he might take the club down this season as well. Most of them, the vast majority of them, said to me he does that right because of what they succeeded last season. What I can tell you that Sky sources told me in the last few minutes is that Ranieri returned home with the team this afternoon, where he was taken to one side by the club's directors and owners and given the news that he would be no longer the Leicester City manager. The fact that it happened so quickly can only make me believe that Leicester must indeed have somebody else in mind to take over pretty quickly. As you mentioned, they've lost 5 consecutive Premier League matches. To do this the day after they got a good result in Sevilla, albeit a 2-1 defeat, one that very much keeps their last 16 Champions League tie alive, can only suggest that they have somebody else in mind. I can tell you I've just had a statement handed to me from Leicester City now. I can read it to you live on air on Sky Sports News HQ as I speak to you. Leicester City Football Club announces the departure of Claudio Ranieri. He served as first-team manager since July 2015. They won the Premier League title in Ranieri's first season as manager. The vice-chairman and other people here have paid tribute, and I can quote some of those for you here. The vice-chairman, Iwat Srivat Hanaprava, the man known as Top, has said, "This has been the most difficult decision I've had to make in nearly 7 years since King Power took ownership of Leicester City. But we are duty-bound to put the club's long-term interests above all sense of personal sentiment, no matter how strong that might be." Claudio has brought outstanding qualities to his office. His skillful management, powers of motivation and measured approach have been reflective of the rich experience we always knew he would bring to Leicester City. His warmth, charm and charisma have helped transform perceptions of the club and develop its profile on a global scale. We will forever be grateful to him for what he has helped us to achieve. So and it goes on, the platitudes and the words, the warm words from Leicester's owners continue in that statement. And I think that says just what an impact he's had as a man and as a manager for Leicester City. All of the fans believe he will go down as a legend. This isn't the way they, or indeed Leicester's owners, wanted it to end, but clearly they felt that he had lost the dressing room. And this is what I've been told by a number of people over recent weeks, that he'd had a rift with his assistant manager, Craig Shakespeare, a man he'd leaned on very heavily for advice last season, that the two weren't actually seeing eye to eye, that a lot of the senior players didn't agree with some of the tactical decisions that Ranieri was making. We know that those words were getting through to the owners. We didn't quite expect them to react as quickly as this. But just one final word as well is that the first team preparations for Liverpool's game live on the Monday Night Football on Sky, of course, will take place with assistant manager Craig Shakespeare and first team coach Mike Stowell taking caretaker charge of the team. So they're saying in that statement nobody imminently coming in, but nevertheless a huge, huge surprise this. A shocking, shocking move by Leicester City, one that's seen a very popular manager, the man who won them the Premier League title, sacked just a few months later.